guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for VH1's Family Reunion Love and Hip Hop Edition Season 3, Episode 6, called Pride Aside and Enjoy the Ride. So, we start off with Alexis Sky and Scrap De Leon. They're chilling out in the pool. Chaotic and Amara are on the other side of the pool. So, Chaotic is peeping what's going on between Alexis and Scrap. So he's like, oh, let's get closer to them. Let's chit chat, whatnot. Trying to see what's going on between them. Scrap is a little annoyed because for him, it's just like he don't need people in his business like that, which I can understand. Alexis just like, well, I feel something going on between us. And I'm like, okay, so what's going on between you guys? Is it just something like y'all just doing a little vacation fling for the time y'all in Jamaica? Y'all trying to do something when you guys get back to the States? What's going on? I mean, inquiring minds want to know, but at the same time, if y'all not trying to say nothing, just leave it at that. But it seems like Alexis wants to say something, but it's just not saying more than she wants to say out of respect for Scrap. And Scrap's just like, y'all don't need to know what's going on because maybe ain't nothing really going on. But anywho, while that's going on, we got Mariah Lynn, she joins in. Then Nikki and Tiara, they join in. Then Jen finally joins them to let them know what's been going on between her and Fresher. And it's still running through this narrative of, everybody calls us the couple goals, all this and stuff. Jen, no one is thinking you guys are couple goals, okay? Like I said last week, you're the only person who thinks that. I don't even know if Fresher be thinking people be calling y'all couple goals. Y'all is not couple goals. Because y'all still dealing with stuff that y'all probably was dealing years back from the way y'all was talking. Y'all been together for practically 2 decades, if not already 2 decades. And y'all still trying to figure out what you're finna do with this wedding. Y'all still haven't learned how to compromise after all these years together. That is not no couple goals to me, Jen. That's not no couple goals to nobody else that's watching this show. That is not couple goals to the people that you telling on this damn show. So, therefore, I'm gonna need you to, get this couple goals out of your brain because I don't think you should even think your couple goals just for the sake of you two. So anywho, this causes a debate between the girls and the guys because, the girls are on Jen's side. The guys are on Fresher's side. But can we have anybody in the middle with some common sense to be like, okay, so can we compromise to meet in the middle? There's no way to meet in the middle. Because we got Scrap saying, well, listen, would you rather take his last name? What's more important, taking his last name or like one day for a wedding? Like I said, I can see, okay, do you want to have a wedding? Absolutely. I wanted to have a wedding. But at the same time, I ain't going to be spending a quarter of a million. Let's go back. She wants $250,000 wedding. That's $250,000. You can make celebrities who got more money than they both have together don't even have $250,000 weddings sometimes. A lot of the times, you be hearing $100,000, So, if they're not spending that much money on a wedding, why would you? And I don't know what their pockets looking like, but me personally, I'm like, y'all probably gonna finance this if you were to do a $250,000 wedding. So, Fresher might be thinking great in financial aspects. But anywho, this causes the girls to walk away, and then, Scrap walks away. So Chaotic blames Jen for ruining the vibe and, what they had going on. So we move on then to Spice, Mita, Carla, and Estelita. They're talking in the van, I guess, on the way back to where the resort is. And I guess they're reading the blogs that's talking about Spice's charity event, how it went bad. So even though it's Spice's birthday, she does feel bad because the way she wanted things to happen, it didn't happen. She wasn't able to give out the money. But in my head, I'm like, I thought we already established this last week in last week's episode of she's going to figure out a way to give out the money. So I'm just confused as to why we're still kind of talking about it. But okay, we're going to just keep going on. And we then get to Carly saying she's going to apologize to Mariah Lynn. She's going to talk to her because she has to leave the next day to go take care of her dad. Okay. Why are we amping up? Like, okay, she's gonna be talking to Mariah Lynn to apologize, and we don't have to amp it up. We could have just said it the one time and left it at that. But of course, they don't really got nothing else to go on with this damn show, so they're gonna use any little issue riffraff and they're gonna maximize it to be something that we're gonna just keep talking about until it happens. And even after it happens, we're still gonna be talking about it. So then we move on to Mariah Lynn. Speaking of Mariah Lynn, her and Shekinah, they're talking. So Shekinah tells Mariah Lynn about what she got going on with Lyrica, how she went on Lyrica's Instagram, and it says follow back. So that means Lyrica don't be following her, even though Lyrica asking her to do favors to promote her song. So no one's, because Mariah Lynn was acting like, oh, okay, that's crazy what she's doing. So we're not gonna, to give Shekinah a tutorial on how Instagram works. When you go on someone's page and it says follow back, that means they follow you, but you don't follow them back. No one's gonna tell her. Tierra tried to tell her, but that didn't work. Mariah Lynn not gonna tell her, even though I know Mariah Lynn probably just like, I'm not even gonna entertain this mess. Because then that's when she kind of goes into, well, I guess Lyrica talked to her friend, and Lyrica told her friend that, she don't feel like Shekinah's good for her brand. If that is true for what Shekinah's saying, Lyrica, why would you ask Shekinah to help you out to promote your music if you don't feel like she's good for your brand? So is this pre or post Shekinah helping you out for your little Instagram challenge thing? But that's even if Shekinah's telling the truth, because Shekinah, listen, she be saying she be real and stuff, but no, you really don't, because you acted fake towards the end of the episode. We'll get to that in a moment. So after that, Shekinah wants Mariah to be on her best behavior for the birthday party, so Mariah agreed that she's going to be on her best behavior. We move on to Chaotic and Tierra. They go snorkeling, or attempt to go snorkeling, because I don't really see snorkeling happening between them two. But, he just trying to get in where he fit in. He just trying to talk to all the females, see if any of them going to let him hit. Probably, he see what's going on between Alexis and Scrap, so he's like, oh, man, I can't get Alexis. Mariah Lynn probably not giving me no play. Carly, I'm not, really trying to do all that. Mama Jones and KK, they aunties, so I'm not trying to do nothing with them. Spice already tried, but, she away right now, so I can't really even do nothing with her. Estelita, man, she was Spice, so I can't do nothing with her. So his only things is Nikki Baby, Tierra, and Lyrica. So Nikki Baby, I think he already tried with her. She ain't giving him no play, so now he on to Tierra. But he can't even say her name right, because her name is, I think he called her Tiana, Sierra, something to that effect. Producer keep trying to tell him it's Tierra, but he for the whole episode don't even know her name. But he trying to talk to her and whatnot. So Tierra don't even want him, so she gonna try to she tries to push Chaotic over to Lyrica. Oh, Lyrica, she in her room, she had an accident, her leg hurting. So here Chaotic go, he's like, oh, she needs me right now, I gotta, bring her some flowers. Tierra's like, oh yeah, and some fruit and stuff. Yeah, you could go over there, help her out, because Tierra said, no, you ain't gonna get me to. So Lyrica's kind of like his last resort. And, he ain't really trying to mess with Shekinah either. So, Chrissy got Jim, so he can't go to Chrissy either. And, and also Jen got Fresher. So Lyrica is his last resort at this point. So he said he's going to go check on her. And then we get to the guys. They do meditation. It is Fresher, Gunplay, and Chaotic. And they talk about, of course, Fresher and Jen, what they got going on, their situation. And Fresher was like, listen, that's just not going to happen. We ain't going to be spending $250,000 on no wedding. That's just not going to happen. We got what happened in March 2020 going on. So that kind of set things back and whatnot. So I'm not finna do all that. So obviously, was it Scrap? Or I think it was Scrap, Gunplay, and Fresher. I don't think Chaotic was a part of it. But anywho, it don't even matter. Because once again, why are we staying on one side or the other side, but not trying to find means to get into the middle? Because until you guys work on a way to compromise, this situation is never going to go away. It's never going to go away. If y'all going to be stubborn, it's never going to be resolved. And I said that last week also. So I'm not going to go more into it, because we're just going to be trying to make any type of riffraffs to create any type of drama for the show, because that's what the producers do best. This is Love and Hip Hop. Let's not forget, guys. So then we move on, because we go into the next scene. Shekinah, she throwing a pool party. for spice. So Amara trying to be the nosy one in these scenes. She's trying to ask Scrap about Alexis. Scrap tells her, they kissed. But nothing happened after that. Everyone went to their rooms for the night. I mean, that's what he says. Do I believe it? Probably not. Because, first off, Scrap already told us from the beginning of the episode, he ain't really be trying to tell his business like that. So, in the case that's what really happened, okay. But do I personally think that's what happened? No. No. Mm-mm. Because the way Alexis, like, something be going on, they got something going on, the chemistry, right? Both y'all seem like y'all the type of people, y'all will have a vacation fling. And I feel like y'all are each other's vacation fling. So he said he don't kiss and tell, even though he already kind of told that they kiss and whatnot. But I personally believe y'all probably did something. Y'all probably don't want us to know about it. But in my boying, you guys did. So I'm going to let y'all have it. Y'all just kiss. I'm going to let you have it, Scrap. But I really think something went on behind closed doors. Anyway, after she done with him, she goes over to Jen, asking her what her and Fresher have they resolved anything. Jen says no, and if they don't get to a wedding or whatever she wants in 2 years, she gonna be done. But then I'm thinking, you guys been together for all these years, and didn't you say y'all splitted for like 2 years, but then came back together? Jen, you may leave for the moment, but y'all gonna get back together. So I don't want to hear nothing she gotta say, really, because from what I'm seeing these past 6 episodes, this is something normal for you guys, where you guys gonna get into an argument, then disperse, then come back. So all this stuff she talking about, yeah, okay, sure you are, Jen. We gonna just believe it when we see it, but y'all be back together within a couple years anyway. And you say you're gonna give it 2 years, but y'all been engaged for like years upon years. I think someone said 16. And then I seen someone else on Twitter said 8. But regardless if it's 16 or 8, y'all been engaged for years. And still trying to figure out what you're gonna do with the wedding? That's their business. But honestly, I'm just like, ain't no wedding finna happen at this point, because if a wedding was supposed to was gonna happen, I feel like it would have already happened by now. So okay, yeah, whatever you say, Jen. Then we move on to what we get next, to Nancy. She got a boy toy. The boy toy younger than Jim, her son. By 2 years. Christy felt a little uncomfortable, hearing her mother-in-law, for the most part, mother-in-law, that's her mother-in-law, talking about she having a boy toy. I can understand how it could be like, yeah, I don't think I want to hear that. But at the same time, I mean, Nancy looks good for her age, in my personal opinion. She's nice and, skinny and petite, her body all natural. So, I mean, if she wants a boy toy, and if she's getting, satisfied at night by her little boy toy, I mean, she's a grown woman. She can do what she want to do. I'm not going to say anything else. I mean, I can understand where Chrissy coming from. Like, you don't want to hear that, but at the same time, like, let her have fun. Maybe that's what's making her nicer, talking to Chrissy. Okay, so we got to take anything where we can get it. So, Mama Jones, do you, boo? Okay, after that, I don't really want to think about that. We get Shekinah. She does a little speech. I guess KR got a game he about to play. But before then, Shekinah got to throw any type of shade. So she calls Chaotic Kodak Black. I'm like, is that because they're both from Florida and kind of around the same vicinity? Okay, whatever, Shekinah. Ain't nobody laughed, but okay. So I guess Chaotic has a game where we're going to be putting pies, but it's really containers of whipped cream, on girls. They're going to be bending over. We're going to put the pies on their butts. And we about to just eat this whipped cream off of their butts. So the 2 girls to go up is Jen and Shay. And of course, Fresher's going to be eating the pie off of Jen's butt. And Chaotic's going to be eating the pie off of Shay's butt. Shay looks so uninterested. She's just like, all right, she's just like this the whole time. Just literally like this. Okay. When is this thing going to be over? Because I got other things to do. So, of course, because Fresher and Jen, they've been together, all that stuff. So Fresher could do whatever he can with her. Jen, trying to pump it back, jiggle it back for him while he's eating the pie. Talking about she put an arch on her back, and me and Twitter are trying to understand and figure out what arch she's talking about because we don't see no arch. What are you talking about, Jen? I don't understand. What are we talking about here? But okay, they win. Chaotic. I don't even know what Chaotic was doing because we're supposed to be eating it off of the girls' butts, but yet you holding up the pie thing, the pie tin, and just licking it like you're not even eating it off her butt. So what was the purpose of this game if you're not even going to play by the rules of said game that you made up? But okay, whatever. I digress. So after that, we finally get Spice. She pops up. She shows up. And then Carly pops up, shows up. Everybody gets tense. Then it goes to commercial for dramatic effect. Comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. And we got Carly apologizing first to all the ladies for what done happened that one unfortunate night. Then she want to apologize to Mariah Lynn if she ever offended it. I'm like, we still doing this if thing. Why do I don't understand. I really don't understand, guys. Why do we, not even we, I'm not putting this on me because I don't got to apologize to nobody because I didn't do nothing. I'm just watching the show. Carly, for if you did anything to offend her. And I'm glad that Mariah Lynn was like, Carly, you snubbed me. What are you talking about? She said, listen, I appreciate the apology, but I'm not going to accept it because you snuffed me. You didn't snuff all the other girls. You snuffed me, but you want to apologize to all the other girls? She's like, and she's trying to show her, like, I got these bruises. My nail done broke. This, that. So Carly trying to, be the victim and say, I've been bullied all my life. I got hurt too. And Mariah Lynn was like, but I didn't do that. I didn't snuff you. If you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at Tokyo because she's the one who snuffed you. But you came and snuffed me. So Carly's still kind of not taking no accountability, trying to play victim. So Mariah Lynn just lets her know, like, listen, I let you live. Because Carly trying to say she's not a fighter. Mariah Lynn was like, well, I am, and I let you live. Okay, Mariah Lynn. All right. I see where Mariah was trying to go with this, but I'm like, okay, Mariah, I don't... Okay. But, she let Carly live, and she's not going to accept the apology. So her and Alexis go hug it out somewhere else, and Spice looking a little annoyed because she probably knew that Carly's apology was BS too. And Carly knew that her apology was BS. That's why Carly didn't really say nothing after Mariah Lynn said what she had to say and walked away. And Carly, you the one who snuffed Mariah Lynn and you trying to play victim? Make it make sense. Please, make it make sense to me because I don't understand. I don't understand the mindset, but at the same time, knowing that this is a reality TV show, Love and Hip Hop at that, ain't nothing else to really try to ponder in my head of trying to make any sense of what's going on here. So then we move on to, Carly said lastly in the confessional that she really meant the apology, but nobody believed that. We get to Chaotic. He checks up on Lyrica. And, Lyrica is explaining her knee went out. And, it was just hurting the next day or whatnot after something done happened. We don't know because she don't even know what she did. But it's hurting. So here goes Chaotic trying to seem all concerned. What? Wow. That's preposterous. I'm like, Chaotic, the door. Get your ass out. Chaotic, please. Listen, me and Lyrica were both like, Chaotic, what are you doing right now? Like, we know you trying to get in every girl's panties, but they ain't letting you. And it's funny because literally you saw Lyrica's panties because she laying on the bed and, her dress is open and whatnot. So you see the panties and stuff. So, I think those are the, no panty liner type of panties. They look very comfortable, by the way. Side note. But Chaotic, we all know your game and you acting like you concerned, but you're really not. Come on. She's saying she might have a torn meniscus or whatever the case may be. He trying to say, oh, well, that's the position I'm trying to put you in. So Lyrica's like, I cannot with you. And, you have Chaotic rubbing her feet and whatnot. He's saying that her feet smells like toe jam. Chaotic, the door. And thankfully he did leave. But I'm just like, Chaotic, if you're trying to get in these girls' panties, you are doing a terrible job. And I know he's playing, making jokes and, trying to be funny. But at the same time, I feel like you really do want to get in these girls' panties. But you are doing a very poor execution of this, Chaotic. Please, let's do better. But, maybe he got a maid in the resort to do with, I don't know. But Can I E for effort? We move on to then Mita and Shekinah, they talk in the pool, and Shekinah calls Carly messy and calls herself real. Shekinah, we not about to do this with you. We not about to act like you trying to be real. You be messy every day of your damn life. You be messy on any type of reality show that you want, any episode that you want. We not gonna play with you and what you think you be trying to be, because you still don't even know what a follow back means on Instagram. You trying to create drama where there is no drama. And Lyrica trying to be nice to you and you want to act like y'all have beef when I really feel like there is no beef. But because you want to create beef with Lyrica, now Lyrica has beef with you. I'm not trying to do this with you, Shekinah. What you talk about, you real, Carly's fake. No, y'all both fake. I mean, not fake, messy. Y'all both messy. To the capital MESSY. Y'all is messy. 3 exclamation points afterwards. I don't want to hear it. So then we have Carly. She comes out. She joins them. And she kind of tells Carly that she need to apologize to Mariah Lynn for real this time. Carly doesn't respond. So then that's when we don't get there yet. Shay and Mariah talk. When this scene happened, honestly, guys, I had to remind myself that they were friends. I had to remind myself that Mariah Lynn invited Shay, and then Shay invited her brother. Because at first, when Shay was telling Mariah Lynn, I'm so proud of you for all this stuff, and I'm like, they cool like that? But then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot she invited her. So that was a little scene of Shay just, commending Mariah for standing up for herself and whatnot. And nothing else to take from that scene. We get to the party. Carly throws Spice a all-white birthday party for her birthday. And then we see Amara telling Carly that she's such a good friend for throwing this all together. She was able to do a lot for her. Amara, don't try to... Carly's head is already astronomically enormous. Okay? We don't need to make her head bigger than it already is, Amara. Please. Okay? Just say this is a nice party. Leave it at that. Because then she want to tell us in the confessional, but she does wish and hopes that Carly can apologize to Mariah genuinely and sincerely this time. And hope that Mariah sees how good Carly actually is, because Carly is nice. Why can't you tell Carly this? You telling us in the confession. We don't need to hear this. You need to be telling Carly, because Carly needs to hear this. But okay. Whatever you say, Amara. Then we get Nikki letting us know in the confessional that, Carly really is a nice person. And she just hopes that she can apologize to Mariah Lynn sincerely. Once again, you too, Nikki. You don't need to be telling us. We don't need to know this. We already know what Carly needs to do. You need to let Carly know, because I don't think Carly knows what she needs to do. Even though I know deep down inside she knows what she needs to do, but maybe hearing it from other people other than Spice and Shekinah will help her to understand that. But y'all want to let us know in the confessional. So thank you, but no thanks. So then we get to Tierra and Shekinah. Everybody, talking, mingling. And then, I guess because Chrissy told Tierra, behind closed doors that, listen, Shekinah was saying, you and her, or she was asking me when you was performing, did you ever pay 50 Cent back? So I'm just letting you know she already talking about you the first night she got here. So Tierra confronts Shekinah. Tierra said she didn't want to do it right then and there, but Tierra probably had liquid courage, so she was like, let me just talk to her about it now, because I probably won't say nothing when I'm sober. So because I had maybe 1 or 2 shots, let me ask her real quick. So she kind of trying to act like she don't know what's going on. So then she's like, okay, we already talked about that. Sierra's like, no. Someone already told me that you asked the night that I was performing, like your first night that you were here, you was asking, did I ever pay 50 Cent back? And we already know the answer to that. Okay, Tierra made a whole song about it. She ain't got it. So why are we still asking? That's what I'm saying. Shekinah, you say you real. No, you real messy. Let's keep it real. You real messy, but you ain't real. Because if you were real, you would know to mind your own business. But you can't mind your own business. You all up in everybody's business, but no one knows anything about you. Exactly. You real messy. Anywho, so Shekinah gets gets out in the open, like, okay, who done told this girl that I was talking about her and all that stuff? So Chrissy, being the actual real person that Shekinah wishes that she was just like, okay, I said it, and what? You gonna answer? So Shekinah know that she don't want nothing with Chrissy. So she don't really entertain Chrissy that much. So Chrissy just walks away. And, Shekinah always does her, annoying, loud talk. And then we get Lyrica saying, you really loud and annoying. Because Chrissy was acting like, why are you yelling all that stuff? So Shekinah was like, well, because I talk like this. So then that's when Lyrica in turn was like, well, you really loud and annoying. So then I guess that's when Shekinah, because she don't want to get buck with Chrissy, she decides to get buck with Lyrica. So they kind of going back and forth. Then that's when the security get in between them. And then, of course, that's where the episode going to end, to keep us on our toes or on the tip of our seats or the edge of our seats, so we could come back next week to see what done happened. And that's where the episode ended. Is anything going to happen between them two? I really don't think so, because this is nothing new that Love and Hip Hop does. This is VH1 reality TV. Producers love to do this to us. And then next week, nothing happens. So we came to tune in, and we gave them a view, and nothing really transpired or happened. That's it. I mean, am I going to watch the next episode? Yeah, anyone who knows me by now, if you've been watching me for a little bit, I'm still going to watch anyway. I talk so much crap. I can admit that. I talk so much crap, but I'm still going to watch it next week anyway. I sure am. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you thought. Do you think Shekinah is real, or do you think she's messy? Like I said, she really messy to me in my book, in my opinion. But that's it. So I'll see you for the next one. Until then, guys, once again, Happy New Year. See you next week. And one more thing. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. Peace.